Ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to do a quick little bowl logo ranking where I rank every single bowl game logo from the most ugliest to the best looking per my personal opinion. It's just based off of what I think. So guys, we're going to be going from worst to best, ugliest to the best looking ones, starting with the ugliest logo in my opinion. And a lot of this is subjective. It's based off of how it looks to me, the shape of it, things like that. It is the Lending Tree Bowl, and this is actually one of the worst bowls in general. To me, it just has no logo. There's no shape to it. It's full of nothingness. It looks like something that was designed at Dollar General. To be completely honest, it's got to be the worst logo, in my opinion. Overall, the shape of the actual logo isn't terrible, but there's nothing behind it. There's no backdrop to it. So it's got to be last in terms of the ugliest logos. Next, we have the First Responder Bowl. Very similar situation. I will say I like its proportions, the way it's structured a little bit more, but once again, there's just nothing to the thing. It's sad to see, so it comes in. It is the second to last one. Next, we have the Camellia Bowl. It's a horrible shape, and there's nothing to it. There's no backdrop. And also, you can take a look at the football mixed in with the flower. I guess you can say that's creative. That's why I couldn't put it last, but it is a bottom tier logo, in my opinion. Next, we've got the Liberty Bowl. It looks like one of those ketchup packets you get at like Five Guys or something. You open it up. I don't know. The design of it isn't terrible, but I just can't get that out of my head. So it has to be a bottom tier bowl logo. Next, we have the Frisco Bowl. It looks like it's missing a sponsorship. It just looks really bland to me. Overall, if it had more lettering on the top or something designed, this could be a top 10 logo. It's got the potential. It just looks unfinished. It looks like some high school kid went through half of the project and then just turned it in. Where's the rest of it? I don't know. It's a bottom tier logo. Next, we have the New Orleans Bowl. I don't know whose idea it was. The coloring on this. You're mixing piss green with, dark purple. I just hate the coloring. I hate the horizontal factor of it. So it has to be a bottom tier logo. Next, we have the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. I just hate the word guaranteed in general. It's just an ugly looking word. And overall, you got the cactus, maybe a little fun, but I do not like whatever that color is, like dark blue. It just looks like it's going into the abyss. It's just not a good, inviting color scheme for this logo. And then, I don't know if that's supposed to be the sun in the background, but this is taking place in Arizona. I think you could make it a little bit brighter, like a bright yellow or something. Looks like it's from the 1930s. We're watching black and white television. Next, we have the Hawaii Bowl. This is a missed opportunity. You're talking about Hawaii. You could easily do palm trees. Those are always aesthetically pleasing. You could do palm trees on both sides, and then with the Hawaii Bowl in the middle, they didn't do it. They've got the football. I see the incorporation, but it's still not good enough. It's very bland, especially, the right side of it, in my opinion. Next, the Independence Bowl. So it's not horrible. I like the 5 stars on each side. It gives it some character, but it is just bland in general. The Boca Raton Bowl. It's the shape of a football. You can respect that. Really hate the color on most of this logo, whatever the aqua blue is. Just not a fan of that mixed in with that bright yellow for the sponsorship. It does have palm trees, but really, I just like the shape of a football. It's not a fun shape to look at. It just looks bad, in my opinion. Next, we have the Birmingham Bowl. I don't think there's anything horrible about it. We're kind of right now getting into the mid-tier bowls, I would say. Nothing bad about it, nothing great about it. Just pretty bland in general. The Myrtle Beach Bowl. This is another one. It looks like it's missing a sponsorship. It just is very bland. I do like the incorporation of the football going through the wave, but again, very bland, nothing to it. the New Mexico Bowl. So this is one, it's the shape of the football is not an aesthetically pleasing thing to look at, in my opinion. I do like the sky. You have to give it respect. The way the wording is, New Mexico Bowl, Albuquerque, they did a decent job with it. I like the way the sun is kind of, radiant with the little red rays going around it and stuff like that. So it's not terrible, but it is the shape that makes it kind of a mid-tier bowl. Very similar to the Duke's Mayo Bowl. Honestly, I probably should have put this one below the New Mexico Bowl, but it's basically the same thing in terms of the overall shape. It's a frickin' windshield, so how can I really rank it that high? Next, we have the Texas Bowl. This is another football design, but I do like the silver. It makes it look like it's a very exclusive trophy, and when you look at this bowl from far away, it actually looks really cool, but looking at it up close, it does look like an eyesore. The Pinstripe Bowl, so I don't know if there's another college bowl that got a worse downgrade than the Pinstripe Bowl. I don't know what their other sponsorship was, but obviously this game taking place at Yankee Stadium, the other logo did such a better job of incorporating the stadium into it, and it was like a top 5 bowl logo for me. But this new one is horrible. It's very bland, and it's got that bright orange. I mean, come on, man. I know that's the sponsorship, but that is terrible. Next, we have the Bahamas Bowl. It looks like it's a bowl logo from 1998. It just needs to be modernized. That's just my opinion on that. Next, the Quick Lane Bowl. Very bland, but I do like the shape of it. It's definitely catchy. It's definitely modern. So I do like that about it, but once again, pretty bland. The Military Bowl, very traditional. It's understandable. Nothing horrible about it. Nothing great about it. It does fit the whole idea of military, traditional, straight to the point. It's got the stars on each side, symmetrical, so it's not horrible. The Armed Forces Bowl, again, kind of similar to the Military Bowl. Actually, I probably should have put the Military Bowl in front of this one, looking at these two logos back to back, honestly, but they're so similar. It is what it is. The Holiday Bowl, I actually like the color of the Holiday Bowl overall. We're getting into kind of the better bowl logos, in my opinion. So this one, especially looking at it from far away, it looks pretty good. You could say it's a little bit bland. The white background it just makes it look incomplete when you've got an all white background. That's just my opinion. But I do like whatever that color is, the outline of the letters and the outline of the logo. It's like an aqua light green. I like that color. And then I also do like the kind of the flowers or whatever they are, the stars, the 3 stars in the middle bottom of it. Next, we have the Fenway Bowl. So what a major missed opportunity this is to incorporate the Green Monster. Just a horrible, horrible, horrible missed opportunity. Overall, honestly, this should have been lower, guys. There's nothing special about this. I mean, it's not terrible. I understand it kind of is shaped like a diamond, incorporating the baseball aspect of it. But, you're at the Green Monster. You've got the whole logo should be the Green Monster. The background of the logo should be the Green Monster. And then, like, the stands on top of it should be, like, the wording. That's how I would have done it, honestly. Next, this one, I like the sunset of it. Overall, the thing that really docked it for me, the design, just the overall size, not a fan of the proportions, but the sunset, the kind of the blue on top coupled with the sun setting on the bottom is a good design, and the palm trees are a good design as well. It's really, the only issue with it is the shape. Next, this one, the Vegas Bowl. You like the incorporation of the football lighting up like a Vegas sign. The shape of it's not terrible. This is a solid bowl logo that really kind of encompasses the Vegas vibe. So we're getting into the better ones. The Idaho Potato Bowl. So I will say I absolutely hate the size of this, but because it does look so beautiful, I had to put it this high. You've got the potato acting as the football. You've got a little sour cream and some stuff on top with the mountains in the back and a really nice sky color. So I respect it. And listen, this would be a lot lower just because of the shape of it. I hate when logos are disproportionate like that in terms of how horizontal it is. but you do have to respect it's a very good logo. The Cure Bowl, I really like this one. It's done very well. It kind of has the ribbon, the cursive around, the Cure. The pink to me is really bright. It's really vibrant. It's just clean. It's nice. It gets to the point. I like it. Next, we have the Arizona Bowl. This is another very clean logo. The only issue I have is the no background, but I do think it's really clean with the circles around that one. Next, we have the Music City Bowl. So this is a logo that I would expect to see in like a 5-star hotel on their towels. It just looks like that. So I like it. It's very professional. It's very well done. So that is pretty good. The Alamo Bowl. It's a really unique design. It is kind of bland, I'll be honest. This one should have been lower, if I'm going to be completely honest. I did this at about midnight, and now I'm just going with these rankings. But no, it's not terrible. I like the shape of it. It's very unique. But it is kind of bland with the all-white background. The Orange Bowl, so this is the first New Year's Six one. I would say this is probably the worst New Year's Six Bowl logo, but that doesn't mean it's a bad logo. It's fine. It's nothing special. It's got the shield. It is what it is. It has a nice little orange there, so nothing terrible. The Peach Bowl, I think they did a good job incorporating the Chick-fil-A into it. The peach is like a weird silver. I feel like if they made the peach a bright yellow, this would be an amazing logo. If literally that's all they have to change, it's really cool to look at, but it's just the silver peach. I mean, what is that? Next, we have the Cotton Bowl. So they incorporate the stadium really well here. You can see it at the top of the logo, the Dallas Cowboys Stadium, where this bowl is always played. And overall, I like the wording, the cotton on top with the bowl kind of scrunched below it. It's a pretty good job. It's a nice bowl. The Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. So it kind of looks like, a castle. And I like that with the two flags. And those actually might be like swords or something looking at it right now. But either way, they did a really good job with that logo. Next, it's the Gasparelli Bowl. I kind of feel like I had to rank these bowls back to back, considering the swords on each of them. I really do like the swords on this one. They're symmetrical, it looks nice, and this is a very solid logo with the aqua. I mean, I don't love the coloring, but the swords really improved this one, probably by about 15 to 20 spots, honestly. The Citrus Bowl, so this might surprise people that I'm putting it this high. I think I have this inside my top 10. But guys, it just feels like a sweet throwback logo, and I do like circle logos. They feel throwback to me, and I think the Citrus Bowl should be part of the New Year's Six. They need to bump out the Peach Bowl. That's my opinion on that, and it's a really throwback old logo that looks good to me. The LA Bowl, so it's just the coloring of the LA scheme with the trees. I think it's beautiful. With like the sun setting, the sky. It is beautiful. The Fiesta Bowl, the incorporation of the cactus with the mountains on really, really cool different shades of blue. You've got dark blue with lighter blue. I think it looks really good personally. The Sun Bowl, so they did a really good job with the tiger in this one. I think just the color scheme, like the tiger stripe is such a sweet color to look at. They did a really good job incorporating the sponsor into it. The Cheez-It Bowl, this is always a really good one. So it is a Cheez-It, and you can kind of see in the Cheez-It, there is a desert there with the sun. I just think it's a really, really good design for what they were given in terms of incorporating the sponsor into that one. This is number 2 on my list, so this is the second best logo. I'm going to go with the Sugar Bowl. I just think it's really traditional. You may think it's pretty bland just looking at it straight up, but when, you zoom out, and it looks like a small logo, it just looks like it should be the national championship logo just because it's so grandiose, and the outline of the yellow really makes it probably like 10 spots better. The outline of the yellow really helps it. And then number 1, it is the Rose Bowl to me. I know there's another logo with the Rose Bowl that technically has the sponsor on it, but like just this is so... Again, it's the circle, it's the rose, the way it's designed. It is the most beautiful bowl logo in my opinion by far, so that is my favorite one. And again, guys, these are just my personal opinions on the top bowls. for college football here in 2022 as we kick off bowl week starting on, I think, Friday. So guys, that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description.